Hello everybody, hope you are well this day. Boy, do I got a lot to cover. That's why I'm starting so early. And sorry I'm a little late. But I was kind of just making sure I have everything where I need it to be, so I can talk about some of the things that we have going on here. A couple things. The store's open, as everybody knows. Every Wednesday I update it. We've got it up to about 60 something items. I've got more. I've got Space Marines going up this week. I've got hey, play till it hurts. Shipping's really good. It's been doing pretty well. We've been having to replace things onto the list, trying to keep the list big. I'm hoping to get up to about 75 to 80 this week. Added more stuff out there. Again, email me NovaPrime860 what you want. Make your best offer on a couple of things if you want to. And I usually don't, unless it's grossly undercut. I really, I haven't not accepted anything best offer. So I just put a generalized price out there, what the market value is, kind of, and a little below it, and then let you guys decide what you want, what you need. So it's been working really well. Usually if you pay PayPal the same day, it goes out the same day. It's as easy as that. All the information is in the description of this video, and I've been trying to put them in all the videos, except for the miniature market ones. I'm not going to do that. Tomorrow starts a really big sale for miniature market. 20 years. Okay, and I've been with them at least 7 of those years, 6 years. I think we're going on 8 years in August. Because when I first started my channel, because the channel's going to be 8 years old, or is 8 years old. I don't keep track. I don't care. I mean, the channel's been here since 2010, where I watched videos, but it wasn't until I started really putting out a bunch of videos and working with the Dice Tower that we kind of got the channel going, and that was about 8 years ago. So, I mean, not bad. I kind of subtract 4 of those years because I was so sick. So I've been kind of at this really consistently for 5 years, and with over 4,000 videos. I mean, what more can you say? It's not that I don't work here. We've got a very, very big week. It's going to be, if you're not a dungeon crawl person, you're not going to like this week. We have, I'm going to be covering Warhammer Quest, and a very special person who I've become, I like to say, a good friend to, and who's been very, very kind to me, and that's Little Monk. This is why this is the best dungeon crawl in the world, and we're going to be talking about that in a two-parter, I believe. Because I'm waiting for some books to come in. But he had sent me something that I think is just fantastic. And we're going to talk about that this week. And then we're going to talk about the big three. And where is the second tier? Where would you consider the second tier in dungeons? So dungeon crawls. So that's interesting. We've got a really neat game that you wouldn't expect me to play, but I think it's going to stay around because of my family. Words of a Feather. We've got Zone Wars that we're going to be covering. 85, which is this is the busy time of the year. It really is for me. It gets very, very busy around this time. We've got 85 that got sent to us by Mark Walker, which is going to be superb. You are actually going to see a playthrough during, which we'll talk about in a little bit, my Playthru Marathon, which is going to be huge. And then I've got a pile here that I have to review. And some of this is playthroughs, but it just keeps on getting higher and higher every day. I'm very thankful to a lot of great people that Thunderworks, when they come out with something, hey Rob, do you want to take a look at it? Please, could I? And then I play it, and it just changes the way I think about gaming. It really does. It's kind of the same way I feel about Stonemeyer games. There's just something moving about these things to me. Wormspan, Wingspan, those type of games. I've been finding myself playing that stuff, but I realize what a hardcore dungeon crawler I am, and how I didn't realize how much Warhammer Quest meant to me until I started revisiting it over the last week or two and working on some projects. And I think, you get to a certain point, especially with a great game like that, where you've done just about almost everything that you can. And even though you love playing it over and over and over and over again, I must have started over 1,000 times. And I still keep coming back to it. I always come back to it. But when somebody comes out and has such a passion and a love for a game and then just brings back that excitement from 1995, well, I've got a lot to say. And a lot that we are going to be covering this week. And I think you'll really like some of these videos because I really believe in what I'm saying. And listen, let's call it how it is. I don't pull any punches, okay? I've always been an honest person, but a very open person, and I try to talk about as much as I could. Now, I'm going to take some time off, and for personal reasons. I need to rethink a lot of things. But I promised a lot of people a lot of playthroughs and stuff like that. And I never got to them. So over a period of time, I am going to make sure that I do all the playthroughs. Now, of course, I'm deciding to do this during the most busiest time of the year. It's Gen Con season. I'm not going to Gen Con. I don't think so. Okay? If I do, it'd be a slight miracle. Chris from Everything Epic said, "Hey, Rob, I'll get you a pass if you want to come up." I would just have to get a flight and things like that. But I'm kind of leery about that stuff because I've been so sick. And the way planes are, and being around a ton of people and getting sick, it just isn't good for me. I was going to go to the Dice Tower, but they're just, there's no big events. A lot of my friends aren't going. I was hoping Richard Launius would go. My friend Pete, he can't go. And it looks like they're not going. And I'd just be walking around like I normally do, like a stooge. I just rather, in all honesty, stay home that 4th of July weekend and, maybe do something. Now, Skaggs, how are you? He says, "Good morning, Rob." I say, "Good morning right back to you, my brother." There's a couple of things I've been working on. Mordheim. I just got my Undead band together. So now we got 4 good bands that we are going to be putting together. And now, I'm going to try to tape putting the table together. And then we are taping the playthrough. Okay. I'm really proud of what I've done here. And, I've been, for a one-man army, it's been, it's tough. It's tough because you got to paint it. You got to get it ready. You got to try to tape it. You got to have videos out there. You have to keep yourself relevant. And it's not the easiest thing to do all by yourself. A lot of people have help, or, the video that they make in one week takes them like 90 hours because, the beautiful quality some people do. Just unbelievable. I think the theme music and all the things that they do to promote themselves is just unbelievable. God bless them. Me, it's very, very simple. Okay, it's, here I am. Take me or leave me. Not the greatest quality in the world. Not this, not that, but I do try to do my best. And that's all I can do. All right, so kind of want to start talking about how long this is going to go. I am going to have a playthrough marathon. Now, I'm going to leave Wednesdays open and Saturdays open because Saturdays will be review and GMT days. Okay, so you may get 4 videos where if there's a bunch of stuff that starts coming in here, and I've got to do reviews, I will do that. I will split between Wednesday and Wednesday and Saturday. I'll still try to come live on Sunday mornings, just very quick, but I'm not going to be spending all afternoon taping and doing like I do, and things like that, and doing a whole bunch of stuff. I should have all these playthroughs done, and it is going to start on my mom's birthday. It's very personal to me, because it kind of holds me to task. If I say I'm going to do something on my mom's birthday, as you know, my mom's not with us no longer. July 16th, that was her birthday. 1943 she was born. Yeah, she had me when she was very, very young. And from July 16th, this is going to run all the way to September 6th. Okay? Here are some of the things that you're going to see. It's close to 40 playthroughs in a row. Okay? On Wednesdays, I will make a video updating the store. So please support the store, because we're not doing auctions anymore. We are putting things up, making it easier for you, for a lot of people that can't buy things in bulk. Make us an offer on things and we'll get it out to you. Okay? Pirate Ship has been very cheap, very affordable, and really a home run for us. Okay? And it's made a difference. I got a pile of stuff that's over there. You can see it in the description. Take a look at it, pick some things out, and of course it helps support the channel. Okay? And also, we put a little in the kitty to give to charities. So we're doing things like that. And it's helping us now that, let's face it, this sickness has really taken a lot out of me. And it's cost us dearly. And we don't get the viewership or the support that we normally do, that we normally did, 3 years ago. Because of all the things that have fallen behind. But I made a vow to myself, and I said, if I say I'm going to do something, I don't care if it takes me 10 years, I'll get it done. Okay? But I'm going to fulfill my promises. And that's what I'm trying to do. My arm's starting to come back. I'm starting to paint better. I'm starting to feel better about things, so you'll see a lot more painted stuff in the store eventually. The store will be everything that you need or want, and you have the chance to negotiate on it and get the things without hassle. Things quickly to you. They'll be there. Once they're gone, they're gone. That kind of thing. But if it's there, you want it. It's going to be older stuff. It's going to be out of print stuff. It's going to be newer stuff that doesn't fit the channel. Maybe I review something. This was good, but it's I can't see it staying here. Okay, go. Make it available to you, and I think that really works. So it starts. I bounce all over the place. I'm glad that you are still making progress. Yeah, I am making progress, Drags, and it's been very, very good for me in a lot of ways. I have been in a good place, and now when I'm trying to figure out what I want to do, I'm going to make sure that I fill in all these things that I said I was going to do and do. It's been hard. Like I said, I'm on my own, and I do the best I can. And this is not a flashy channel. This is not a channel full of overproduction and things like that, or I don't have big friends in the business. Something Rodney is like when we always talk to each other here and there. Tom and I, But I'm talking about as far as companies. Nobody's running here to go, hey, we got to get this to Rob Warner. You know, who is that? Hey, gonna go feed the cows? Mm. Oh, you got to see my short that I put up today. I don't know how a cow gets poop on its nose. Okay, but oh, Tammy was trying to feed him, and then I'm trying to wipe the poo off the stupid bull's nose. But I got it. You'll see. Check the short out later. There's stuff I want to keep here. I want to shorten up the collection to the things that mean the most to me. I'm kind of going backwards in time. I really am. I'm finding myself playing more things off camera that are older and things like that, and I'm turning on the camera. And this marathon, and it's not a straight marathon, but every day there is going to be there's going to be a playthrough, and these were things I promised, and I want to make sure that I do these things. I've got a bunch of stuff in the can. This is going to start July 16th. It will stop on September 6th. Yeah, so I'm slowing down for a good month and a half, and I'm getting ready for the end of the year, and the big push. Now, like I said, Wednesdays and Saturdays will still be those days that if something important comes up, you'll see me. We'll try to do the vlogs on Sundays, as always, to update you on the store. We update the store on Wednesday. And then anything that may come in during the Gen Con time, we want to make sure that we cover it and get it to you. But I'm not going to be killing myself to do it. So it's strict playthroughs and some really good things. Here's what's in the can so far. That Mini Rogue. That one was important. I wanted to make sure that I did. Escape from Stalingrad. I promised that guy I was going to do that. Space Hulk is already in the can. Redwood is in the can. Zone Wars is in the can. Table Golf Association. I promised him that I was going to do. He sent me an expansion, and I never got around to it. I got to make sure I do that. Angel Fury. We're going to do a couple of rounds of that. Shadows of Brimstone. That's in the can as well. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 so far that I've got taped. So I'm trying to get as many as I can. I want to get all these done. So what's coming up? Warhammer Quest. Big week for Warhammer Quest on the channel. You're going to want to see these videos because I really got to talk this guy up. Mordheim. I've been working on that project. That playthrough, Justin's going to help me with. Kinfire Delve. We're going to be doing that. Stone Spine Architects. Clash of Steel. I promised Academy Games last year, and then I got sick. I was going to be covering Conflict of Heroes. So we're going to, not Clash of Steel, Storms of Steel, excuse me. I want to make sure that I get that in there. Dungeon Bowl. I promised another game of Dungeon Bowl. Nemo's War. Too Many Bones. I got something really good. Gizmo, Gadget. I got Gadget in, and that is like the coolest character I ever saw. But I'm going to be painting. I have all the Gearlock miniatures. I'm going to be painting him, and then you're going to see it's just thematic, and I want to do that. So I'm going to do Too Many Bones. Binding of Isaac. The card game. Pretty interesting. So I'm going to be doing that. That's what I have slated so far. Okay, I'm going to be adding stuff. I've got to go through this collection and see what I promised people that I was going to do, and just get that done. So right there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 of the 40 that we're going to be doing, and I've got about 9 in the can. Okay, so at some point I'll have a few weeks off, but what I'm trying to do is tape, and then I do a tape playthrough. When I'm playing off camera, I'm making sure I turn on the camera so we can tape things. I've been working on things. I'm just going to give you a little hint what's going on with, and we're going to be talking about it. But this young lady here, I've got to finish her up. She is a big player in what is coming up on Warhammer Quest. And I just want to show you the actual card that will go with this. Halls of the Hag Queen. Okay, so we are going to be doing something extremely different here on the channel, especially an exciting adventure with yeah, you got it, with some dark elves, and see how that plays out. I'm really excited about doing that. I can't wait. But we're going to be talking more about this whole thing and how it came to be and things like that, and what my plans are and how I'm going to handle things. I've got to finish that miniature when I get a chance. All right. I'm very excited about what's going on, and we are, we're doing what we got to do. Just being able to get back into schedule will help a lot. Looking forward to it. Yeah, I've been scheduled. Since January 1st, I think I've been pretty consistent. I've been pretty on the money. I've been working on projects, bringing videos consistently, doing all, and it's been fun. And you can see the difference compared to, let's say, September, when I was deathly sick and going through treatments and trying to keep videos going. And the quality, the quality is never great, but it was never, everything was half-assed. And I was just trying to keep going. But now I'm starting to feel that I'm getting my thing, but I think it's a little too late for me. Once people go, this guy jumped the shark, that's it. It's over. And I'm okay with that. It's just, I'm doing this for me now, nobody else. Oh, God. Yeah, the kids, they're killing me. I'm thinking of adding Dungeon Saga Origins. I was promised something from a company, and of course, as usually, they go, yeah, we'll send it to you, and they never send it. So you make a schedule for it, and then it never comes. That happens a lot. You have no idea how companies can scumbag you. And it's a funny thing because it probably only happens to me, to be honest with you. But, you'll write these people, and it's hard to write and ask and say, hey, I'd like to cover your game. Can you send a review copy? Blah, 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 blah. Because the games are usually about 150, 60 bucks. And, who has that money, to be honest with you? You guys barely have the money to buy them yourself, And then, the thing I like about it is, I'll play it. If I really like it and it's overwhelming for me, I'll keep it here. Or, if I'm not absolutely in love with it, I go, okay, let me make it available to you guys, and make it fair. Well, you don't go out and buy it, okay, because you wrote to people, and they said, yeah, we'll send it to you. We got you on the list, blah, 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 so forth and so on. I go, oh, wow, that's really great. And then they never send it. And you're like, why don't you just say, hey, Rob, you know what? Your channel ain't big enough. You ain't shit. And you're not the guy we're looking for. I accept that so much more than just being told, yeah, we got you. And that drives me up a effing wall. Or when you write somebody and you'd say something, just say no. I've actually had companies write back and say, well, I'll be honest with you, if we need you, we'll keep you in the future. which is basically no. Okay, fine. At least I know. I wanted to get that Slay the Spire game, board game, and they sent like 6 copies to Tom, and I just was like, just do me a favor, send me a review copy. I'll take good care of you because I love the video game. I'm a huge guy for the video game, and they don't even write back. A lot of companies don't write back, and I'm okay with that. It's just you take the time to try to get a hold of people, especially if you're a channel, middle of the road, lower middle of the road like myself, and it's hard to do that. But if they just respond and say no, or that they respond, I've had companies go, yeah, Rob, we'll send it right to you, and I'm in shock, and I'm so thankful, and I try to do a really good job for them, showing you guys the game, because here's my theory. If you send me one game, okay, I don't want payment because I don't put out the quality. If I like the game, okay, and I tell you guys about it, maybe 100 of you watch the video. That's what it's down to about now. I'll be lucky if I break 100 people watching a video. And if you watch that video, and if you really lower the odds, where maybe 4 of you buy that, they made their money back. And maybe 4 of you show it to your friends, and maybe your friends go out and buy that. So maybe another 2. If you get up to, and you sell 10 copies, they've made their money and then some for just sending me a game. Okay, because I don't ask. And if I love it to the hilt, I'll do it again, and I'll cover it again. And people will, some people will buy it. And I'm thinking on the low end, anywhere from 1 to maybe 8%, maybe go out and buy it. And that's thinking low. Maybe if I really do a great job with it, maybe 10% or 20%. Think about that. It's worth a shot. And it's hard to get a foothold in an industry where there are just so many things. Now you got a thing where, I'm going to keep my mouth shut on that, because I'll put my foot in my mouth. It's just a lot of pretty faces now, that both guys and girls that are just winking at the camera and whatnot, and people just run to it. But let's leave that one alone. I'm not a guy to get messed up in political bullshit and all that other stuff. All I want to do is just show you games. I mean, for crying out loud. Cardboard and plastic. I mean, that's it. How simple is that? We don't have to make a mess out of it. So, some of the other things that I'm thinking of putting down here, and I know Gary's in here, and he's thinking Blackstone Fortress, which I'm looking right now. I'm going to try to fit that in, because I got about another 25 games I've got to put in, or 30 games in. But I've got to have some games that are not, huge epics. I've got to fit some smaller games in there too. But like I said, this is going to run from July 16th to September 6th. I'm going to try to have it all shot before the 16th so I can take a break. I really need a break. I need to refocus. I need to not refocus. It's not like I'm tired or burnt out. It's just I believe that, if I got to find out where I want to go. And I see, Gary, I don't forget, bro. I don't forget. You see, that's another thing is I know who you all are. And hi, Dawn. I just saw your thing. I don't know why I have that screen all the way over there. But for me, it becomes very personal. And this is what keeps me going. People like Scrags, Play Till It Hurts, Dawn, Steph, my brother, what's up? Dick, you guys are here. It's personal. That keeps me going. Okay? You've become friends to me. You've bought things from me. You've supported me. You've helped me. You believed in me. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I do what I do. I don't have friends in the real world. I really don't. I stay away from people. I know that it sounds weird for a guy that gets in front of a camera and can talk to no end. The most important person in my life is my brother. My brother, and of course my family. But outside, my brother lives in North Carolina. We talk every day, whether it's about Godzilla or, we're on a Dune kick. Now we're moving over to Foundations. We're talking about that. And, I never knew there was a show on Apple TV about Isaac Asimov's rendition of, how messed up society is. I have, when I was in Connecticut, I always did business with a handshake because my father taught me. My father was a cop and pretty decent man. Went off his rocker. That's a whole nother story. It's okay not to claim Justin. Don't worry. We just hate watching him. Yeah, Justin's special. But I'm very close with my son too. I'm very, very close with my son. People don't realize the relationship that we do have, and I'm very blessed for that. My daughter, she is the apple of my eye. She's everything to me. It means the world to me. But when I lived up in Connecticut, I always did things with a handshake, and that was the worst thing I could have done in a cutthroat world, because I believed in man's honor. And I'll get to that, Dick. And I got burnt a lot, and it hurt me and my family. And I just had a hard time trusting people. I always hated relying on anybody else but myself. That's why when I play a lot of sports, I usually do things, I played football, I played baseball, I played softball, I would win all kinds of things. And I'm not bragging, but I get bored, The thing I always hated about sports was, and things like that, is if you have a schedule and, you got to play Friday night. Well, maybe I don't feel like playing on a Friday night. I really don't. But I force myself to go there, and then you find out, half the people are missing. It's a waste of your time. When I'd rather just spend time with my wife, my wife is my world. And my family, my grandkids, and just spend time and do things and laugh. My dog is my life. I swear to God, that dog saved my life. Little Gabby. Are you here? No. You didn't follow me out today. Oh, that's right. You were eating. So that became my whole life, and I liked it. I hadn't talked to my brother in 12 years, and now we talk all the time. I loved my younger brother. My youngest brother is 19 years younger than I am. We didn't talk because my parents and I weren't talking. And like I told you the story, I never found out that my mom passed away. I found out by a letter. And he felt guilty for that, but he was told by my evil... Now, I have a brother that I tried my whole life to be good to, but he's just an evil, evil human being. He's ripped people off. He took all my mom's jewelry and hawked it, and he's just done a lot of bad things in his life. And it's all because of greed and money and not feeling good enough and playing second fiddle to me, because anything I touched I was great at, and he hated that. But instead of embracing it and being with me and us working together and just enjoying each other's company, it was always jealousy. It was always jealousy. And I never had really good friends. It was another thing. It's always jealousy. You're the bigger guy. You're the better sports guy. And all you wanted to be was good to the people around you. So I have a real thing. And everybody has their issues, okay? But my real thing is that I'd just rather be alone, except for this one brother, because this one brother, when he was born, I was 19, and yeah, most families have a bad penny, but this guy is really really bad. I'm talking bad as it comes, and it's a shame because, and I wouldn't, and you know, he was the one that said don't tell Rob, because he wanted to lord over my mom and feel important, because they knew if I went there, I would have took over, and I would made sure that my mom just didn't die in a stuffed room, because they were trying to save money. And there were a lot of things I found out that are really bothersome. I told you guys a story. You know, she wrote me a letter, and I still haven't had the guts to open up that letter, because I don't know if she's gonna say something nice and I'm gonna feel really bad, or she's gonna say something bad and I'm gonna feel really bad. So I kind of just have that letter, and I just know it's there. And she wrote me a letter before she passed away, and my brother got it for me. This kid, okay, my brother David is the world to me. When he was a kid, I mean, what kid at 20 years old is hanging, you know, with a 2-year-old? You know, we would go to Toys R Us. I'd buy him all, you know, He-Man toys back in the day. I would buy him Dune, the original Dune. He still has that stupid sandworm I bought him. We, you know, I would take him places. I'd take him to McDonald's. I'd take him to do all kinds of things. And you know, until I was about, you know, until I joined the military and moved away, you know, we did everything together. And when I came back, we never had, in our entire lives, we've never had a fight. My mother adored him. He was her prized possession, and she loved him more than life itself. And he had such a wonderful life with my parents, because my parents matured, and when they had him, they matured. When she had me, she was way too young. So there was a lot of things that were done that you know, I'm just gonna leave it on the table there, because I don't want to badmouth anybody. But I was always happy for him, where my other brother was jealous of it, and that's sad. That really is. But I got a lot of good traits. My mother was a tremendous athlete. My mom, she was going to she was on Broadway, and she broke her ankle. And back then, you know, when you break your ankle, it was a major surgery. You're never the same. Nowadays, you break your ankle, you know, 2 weeks later, you're running around. And it ruined her career. And I think she kind of resented that. Navy, oof. Is that third best army in the United States? Third best military institution, Navy? Army guy. Go Army, beat Navy. We're all together. We're brothers. You know, I still work for the military to this day. The thing is that, and I moved away, but whenever I came back, he was everything to me. And yes, Navy is the best. Best cooks. Navy has the best cooks. Best. But he, you know, we always stayed close, and then this fractured moment came. You know, my mom and I never saw eye to eye, but we always loved each other very, very much, and we just knew sometimes we'd be oil and water a little bit. I never yelled or disrespected my mother. My mom would get so mad at me and not talk to me, and then I just would leave it. And then, but this time it stuck for a while, because I needed to get, in 2 weeks, I retired from the Army after 31 years. Congratulations, Gary. Congratulations. God bless you. I've been working with the military for 40 years, you know, as a civilian right now. But I just can't get away from it. I've loved my life. I really have. But the funny thing about it is I never knew she was. I knew she had a bad heart problem, and I never knew that there was something else going on, and nobody called me. They wanted to keep it to themselves because they locked all her goods. And my mom was a collector. Hallmark, jewelry. She used to take my wife to this place in Cheshire, and my mom would drop $2 or $3 grand, and she had all this jewelry, and all they tried to tell everybody was it was costume jewelry. That's what they tried to tell my other brothers, because they knew I wouldn't let that go, and they were afraid that she was going to give it all away to different people, her grandkids and things like that. So they kept everybody away. They kept her family away, because they were afraid they're going to take everything, and they wanted to cash it out for themselves, so they could just be greedy, no good people that they are. So I never got to say goodbye to her, and that will haunt me the rest of my life. And one day, I guarantee you, one day, because I'm twice his size, I will get him. I will find him, and he will pay for his sins. I can promise you that. And it's sad, but maybe I won't get anything out of it. Maybe there won't be a satisfaction, but I'll be honest with you. For me, it haunts me every day. Every day. I have a picture by my bed. About 12 years ago, she had came down because I was playing in the Disney tournament. It's where everybody comes from like all over the world to play, and we won that. And she stayed the whole weekend, and she used to love watching me play any kind of sports, because she was just a tremendous athlete. She was so athletic. I remember as a kid, I think I was about 7 or 8. My father used to wrestle around with her, kidding around. And she came up with a kick to the side of his head that was faster than anything I ever saw in my life. And he was like, and now this is a guy that's a cop that would, he's a pretty decent sized guy, and knew how to take people down and screw them up. And just her pure athletic ability was just ridiculous. She was just ridiculous. And me and my brother got that. Me and my little brother. My brother was a great football player at Salve, Virginia, out in he was all conference. He played out in Rhode Island, poo-poo school. And just a good kid. Every generation should strive to be better than the one before it. Oh, yeah, I do. I strive to be the best that I can be. It's just, you know something? If it wasn't for those who served in the forces, we wouldn't be here chatting freely. Thanks to all of you. I don't think we should be thanked. I think it's our civic duty. Each and one of us. I always believed. Like this, thank you for your service. No. It's our duty to do something for our countries. Okay? No matter where we are, to serve our country in some capacity, to help others, to do things. It shouldn't be a big deal. And while I appreciate those that say that, I also think to myself, something? It was my honor. I was born, well, you want to say free. I don't know about nowadays. But when you can't say anything about anything. But different times, different people. You guys will figure it out. I'm a lost generation. My time's past. I raised my kids to be strong, smart, self-sufficient, rely on themselves and each other and their family. And my son, who, like I said, I'm very close with, I mentor, I talk, I admire. When I was sick, when I was down, there's a big farm out there to take care of, and I couldn't do a damn thing. And he put it on his shoulders, and he got it done. We had to go back and tweak a lot of things, but this kid had the heart to do it, and that is a gift into itself. Having heart, never quitting, keep going. It's such a pleasure to see a kid that just believes in himself. He's unsure of himself at times because he's made mistakes in life, but he's come back from it, and he is a great man, a great father, better father than I've ever been, and I'm very, very proud of him. I have a lot to be proud of. I have a lot to be thankful for. We all do. Are times tough? Yeah, of course they are. They're always tough. But we're stronger than that, each and every one of us. And that's why some of you guys come here and listen to me ramble for 45 minutes about things that have nothing to do with board gaming. Sometimes. JB. Saturday the 22nd, work for Amanda. The kids are coming. Oh. I gotta talk to him later, my buddy. I try to make this channel very personal. Sometimes it's therapeutic for me. Sometimes it's therapeutic for you, I think, sometimes. Talking about things that a lot of people won't talk to you about. Pulling back the curtain and showing you different things and how evil people are or how good people are. Okay? Because I don't want you to hurt the way I've hurt. I don't want any of you to bang up the way I've been banged up. Okay? I've told you some horror stories, and I've also told you some great, great stories. You know, when, you know, I could be, I'll never forget the first convention I ever went to was, I think it was the second or first Dice Tower. I don't remember. A long time ago. And I'm walking around and I don't know anybody, and I didn't sit down and, you know, play too many games. I just went to some of the vendors, bought some stuff. I was watching people play things and stuff like that because it wasn't that I was shy. I can be introverted a little bit, and I don't want to intrude people. And a lot of people wouldn't come up to me because I was a bigger guy back then. I'm getting back to it, but, you know, I'm trying to do everything I can. But, you know, people would look at me and think, oh, God, this guy's just a big jerk. But Tom Vassell came up to me and he goes, hey, you want to play a game? All right. And I learned how to play Cosmic Encounter. I played with him and a bunch of friends. I never forgot that. And then once that happened, it kind of broke the ice, and a lot of people would come up to me and see that, you know, I was just like everybody else. Perception, unfortunately, is some people's reality. So I always try to pull back and show the kindness that people do, but also the evil that people do. Without either one, there's not balance in the universe, and it's always going to be that way, unfortunately. And I try to talk about that, try to bring some of my wisdom. I'm not saying I'm always right, but I can tell you this much. I do have a lot of faith in what I do and how I do things. And this channel keeps going because I believe I'm doing good. I really do. It's tiring at times. I understand how people will utilize it and go, well, you know, it's a lot of work. Yeah, it can be a lot of work. You know, after a while, when all the fun is out of it, and that's why a lot of channels only last anywhere from 3 to 5 years. You know, little channels, they'll do it for a while, and then they just go, oof. Or you just got that guy that's always going to be there doing it because that's just because they do have a love for it. But, you know, I passed that, and I was proud of that. And I was kind of like, oh, well, you know, maybe it's time I just go. Zablik, I'll get you. We got Godzilla. The big G. And the coins. Remember, there's one coin that somebody's going to win a Kickstarter. Even though there's 2,000 coins in there. One of them's marked specifically. And somebody's going to get that. I can't wait for that day. But, I outkicked my coverage with this channel. I really believe that. And for a channel that just does mediocre job with games, mediocre this, that, and the other, I think the real heartbeat of it is, I've always said it, was the people that have come and gone. And me just being able to express myself in a way that I don't think I get to do on a daily basis. And for me, that really, really helps me a lot. And that's what keeps me going. So this little break that I'm taking isn't for anything else than to just kind of go, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling strong. Here's all, I'm caught up with everything that I needed to catch up with as far as playthroughs. And if you can think of things, put them in the comments. I still have 20-something games to add. So put those in the comments that you would like to see. Maybe some smaller games, some bigger games. And I'll pick and choose from there. But what I want to do is kind of go, okay, come September, how do I want to finish off this great year that I've had, that I've really enjoyed, and do things. Again, this is going to start on July 16th. It's going to run to September 6th. Playthroughs, and with some other stuff mixed in, reviews and stuff like that, because it is the busy time of the season. And if I get newer games that I can do playthroughs of, I want to leave about 10 games slotted, so some of the things from Gen Con I might be able to get in. You know, I don't mind paying for things, so, you know, I'll try to go out. If I think it's interesting, I will. Excuse me for a second. Blood Bowl playthrough, I've been looking at that, or well, I did say Dungeon Bowl, which is kind of Blood Bowl, but I can do a Blood Bowl playthrough. I can do that in my sleep. Favorite game of all time. Favorite game of all time. And it's pretty cool because I play it by myself a lot, and I can shut my brain off. Warp's Edge playthrough. Oh, do I still have that? I gotta look on the other side. I believe I still have it. I don't think I got rid of it. I have to figure that one out. Okay, yeah, so just type it in the comments so it stays there, so I can see it instead of the chat, what you want to see. That'll help a lot. And I'll add things to my list of doom. What else? God, I was going to talk about something. Oh, here's a whole bunch of... I always try to find the good in things. Yeah, you should. The experiences are talking about probably actually you made your relationships with your son and your daughter better. Yeah, they sure do. I try to teach. I'm at that age where I try to teach. Every generation should strive to be better than the other. If it wasn't for those who served, I answered that one. Sadly, as it is, it's mostly poor kids joining up. I was dirt poor and needed the opportunity. But that's what your government did. It gave you an opportunity. Thanks to everyone, but I also agree with you, Rob. It's my honor. There you go. Blood Bowl playthrough or playthrough. What's up, kid?
Hey, what's up?
A lot. Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
I'm going to interrupt the stream here for a second. He's going to be helping me with a lot of playthroughs, by the way. We've almost got... I've got almost everything ready for more time, so we're going to be doing that. Yeah. Warhammer Quest will be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I think I'll kill you in Blood Bowl, but I don't think you want to get into that. But there's a lot of different little things. Binding of Isaac.
Oh, there's a game of it?
There's a card game.
Oh, that's cool.
So you and I will do that. I think 2-player instead of a solo would be good. So he's going to help me with a lot of things. I'm trying to get as much as I can. Very quickly, I saw that you left out that thing for the hood.
Yeah.
Make sure that box doesn't get busted up in case we got to send it back.
Well, the
box is destroyed?
Okay. Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay, just make sure that we have everything together. Bring it in,
yes.
and get me the instructions so I can take a look at it and try to figure out what we're going to do, how we're going to do that.
Gotcha.
All right, because She was pretty upset about it last night.
Yes.
All right, so let's fix that. Set a watch is another thing that I'm going to add here because I promised my boy that I would take care of that. Set a watch. That's a great game. Oh my god, I love that game. So, say hi to the Jarl, the mighty Jarl. Yeah, he'll be making his comeback. StenoCon. First of all, the heck with StenoCon. It should be RobCon 2025. Tell him to get started on StenoCon 2025. Should be RobCon. Nobody wants to see him. So I got a lot of neat little things. Some quick and quirky things that I'll have my granddaughter help me with. So I'm going to fit a lot of stuff in. I might extend it. If I have enough playthroughs, I will extend it. Very quickly, let's make sure that we take care of Zeblik here. So, can he get the music? He got the music last time. Did he get the coin? No, he did not. I'm sorry, brother. All right, here we go. Nice. Okay. Zombie, put it into the comments. Not here. Ogre? I'll write it down just to make sure I have it. Ogre. That would be cool. The new Car Wars is actually pretty good. But the old school is really good too. Maybe I can, there's Gaslands. It's just so much stuff. I did the Gaslands playthrough. That's why I kind of left that off. Primal, I need to kind of fit in. I may extend this all the way to the 19th. Just constant playthroughs. It really depends on how I want to go about things. Okay. Again, I want to talk about the store. In the description, you're going to see all the games that are up there right now. I'm adding more games on Wednesday, adding Space Marines and all kinds of stuff. Those prices aren't set in stone. Okay. Make an offer for things, or if you buy a couple things, we'll shave some money off. Okay. Maybe we'll eat the shipping or whatever. Pirate ship or whatever the heck it is has been very good to us, so we want to utilize that. There's just a lot of great things that we've got coming down the pike. So I really want to make sure that we hit home on all these things. I want to get a lot of this stuff out of here. So I'm trying to get stuff out of here and get it to you guys. There's a lot of war games. There's miniatures. There's dungeon crawls. There's all kinds of stuff in that description. The instructions are there. Just send me an email with your address and what you want, and then just pay for it PayPal, and I'll send it out to you. Simple as that. It's better than these auctions where a lot of you can't afford it. I'd rather keep things simple and make sure that you guys get the best that you can get. All right? And everybody's been very happy. There was one guy that wrote and said, "Oh my God, these things are shrink wrapped." Yeah. I'm never going to play them. Let's get them to people that can play stuff. I see there's a new Talisman game coming out in July. Yeah, I kind of saw that too. I haven't researched it much. I'm going to check it out. Okay, so it's from July 16th and tentatively September 6th. Might go longer, depending on how much of this stuff. Because this week, I've got about 6 things in the can, and I'm going to push hard to get about 15 things done this week, along with all the other stuff I got to get done. And because I'm going to be filming a lot at night with Knucklehead there. And I'm going to try to get as far ahead as I can. I want to be done by July 16th, so when the first playthrough goes up, all of them are done. And wherever it goes, it goes. And there we go. Blood Bowl. Somebody said Blood Bowl too, right? Okay, Blood Bowl. So make sure you email me. Let me know what's going on, and we'll go from there. Tomorrow, don't forget that the big 20th anniversary sale starts with Miniature Market. I do not know what is on that list. Okay? What the heck here? Come on. Always allow. Whatever. Let me go to Nicole, but she made something. She sent me an email. that I just want to make sure that I clarify a few things. And I'll be clarifying some stuff because I'm making a video that you'll see tomorrow morning early because we have another email. I mean, another video. I got 2 videos going up tomorrow. Yeah, when does it stop, right? When you're doing 2 videos a day. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me. I'm trying to find my thingamabobber. Where is it? Come on, Nicole. Why didn't I just put Nicole? The guy that wrote me that said, maybe it'll be on its way. Here we go. Okay. All right, so there are going to be 3 big drops, okay? I need to make a small correction to the sale details I previously announced. Instead of dropping new items every day, there will be 3 big drops. Monday, 6/10, launch. Wednesday, 6/12. Thursday, 6/13. These will still be at 10 a.m. Central. However, we'll still be at 10 a.m. Central. However, once again, we really appreciate all your work. They sent me a grab bag. I'm going to be doing a video on the grab bag because you're going to be able to get these bags at Origins and at Gen Con. So you're going to see that video tomorrow morning as I'm going to talk a little bit more about the sale that's going on. And then I've got a ton of videos. I'm so tired. But we'll get it done. So she wanted me to make sure that you guys knew that. And I'm giving you a heads up. I do not know what's going to be on there. I'm going to be out there as well trying to get whatever I can because the sale is going to be massive. It's going to be great. But don't forget, you can also look at my stuff too. That doesn't hurt really. But 20th anniversary. 20th anniversary. Wow. Amazing. So we covered that. We talked about the store. I got a brand new laser printer. So I can print booklets. Because I used to do it all at work. But I finally just decided to bite the bullet and bought a $250 laser printer because I know how much it's going to come in handy. Let me move that back a little bit and I'll show it to you. Maybe I won't. This place is such a mess. It's such a mess. I can't get out of my own way. There it is. There it is. I've got stuff all over the doggone place. Okay, let's turn that. There we go. And, boop. Okay, so we did that. Let's go to our above cam. Oh, there we go. Yep, brand new. Brand spanking new and ready to go. I'm excited. So, now when I need stuff, it says English. Okay, I've confirmed. I'm in the United States. Hold on. Connection method. USB connect later. Today is not that date. I have to set time. Hold on. So how do I set that? Oh, okay. Alright, so... No, that's not working. Oh, okay, so you do that. So it is June. Oh, hold on. June. There we go. Now we're going to go over there. Hit that. And today is the 9th. And it's not 2023. Let's go ahead. It's 2024. Okay. Okay, there we go. What time is it? It is 12-hour format. Yeah, okay. Okay. That's great. Yeah. Oh my God, this thing. Really? Okay, we'll go back. Whatever. Oh, there we go. It is... What time is it? It is 9... I want to show you a page of this thing, so I'm going to print it out. I just turned this on. 9:16. Okay, so we're going to go 16. And it's AM here in lovely Central Florida where it's hotter than hell. Okay, that's correct. Okay, yeah. Okay. All right, there we go. So now, oh wait, USB. All right, there we go. Okay, so that's done. Oh my God. All right, continue. There we go. Thank you for choosing HP. Continue. Supplies. Wi-Fi not configured. That's okay. Okay, so now it's got to calibrate. All right. The fun of setting up your brand new printer. Wow, that was boring. So, this helps me make booklets and stuff like that, and things like that. And I know it's tough to invest in, but when you can go on Playthru RPG and get a lot of things to supplement different games and stuff like that. I play, you have games like, or you go to Broheim, okay, and you want to print out the rules for Mordheim, okay, because you could do it yourself. You could do this all yourself, and there's all kinds of fantastic stuff that you can do. And I just think, okay, let's see, trays, yeah, help, no. Sign in, no. Menu. There we go. Okay. Print. Quick forms. What the hell is a quick form? Supplies, trays, settings. Alright, let's go to settings. Because they have to have network settings. No. Firmware update. Print. Print quality test. Yeah, okay. There we go. Less paper curl. Alright, default printer options. Tray settings. Supplies. Low threshold. Yeah, because the starter cartridges are for friggin' shit. Just how they get you. Bastards. Okay, notebook paper. Okay, put that back. They don't have the old Tesla print there? Okay. Oh, nope, okay. X out. Okay, leave it that. So there you go. I'm going to shut it off. I don't have my other computer here where I can just kind of go on things and print stuff out. So now, the reason I got this is you can get the Reman cartridges, color Reman cartridges for like $60 and really save a ton of money because it does about 10,000 sheets for each color. So you get that for 10,000 sheets. There's a bunch of different booklets and things, and if you print double-sided and you save yourself a ton of money instead of going out and buying them to print it to send it to you. Running off PDF, it's just not the same. You're trying to, especially if you're using an iPad, it goes to sleep on you while you're in the middle of doing something or playing something. I always like having something tangible in my hands. So I always do that. I got my binders and all that stuff that I do everything. So, I have a whole shelf just full of booklets that I've made, and it was well worth it. Well worth it. I remember when you and Jarl used to play for the championship belt. That was a long time ago. We were at the other house back then. God, that was a long time ago. And it was glorious. My wife would cook us. She would find something on TikTok or something and cook it for us. And it would be dinner and a game. And we would eat and we'd play games. And, we would play for like 4 or 5 hours. Those were a lot of fun. We really enjoyed that. He got married, he had kids and stuff like that. And, and here we are, And, Mimi would come up and play. She'd get pissed because she wouldn't understand the rules and lose. That was always fun on stream. But they were good times. It was a good startup for the channel, and it was fun, and we had a good time. We took over the Dice Tower a couple times, and we did some videos there. They probably deleted them by now, but well, I wouldn't blame them. But we're part of that history. We're part of the Dice Tower history. We're part of. We did a little bit with BGG, which was weird. It was me, Rodney, and Chaz, and I'm not going to go into it because, Rodney is a great guy. Oh, God. What you see is what you get with that guy. Even behind closed doors. Always great. All right. I've been on here for an hour and 11 minutes. I think that's enough, don't you? So, with that said, we've got a lot of things going on. Please check out the games in the description. If you want something, email me. I'll get it out to you tomorrow. All you got to do is just PayPal me. All the instructions are there. Just make sure your address is there so I can get the ship. And if you see a bunch of things and you want to make it a deal on a bunch of stuff, then do it. Do it. I don't really reject much. What's the worst I could say is no. Doesn't hurt anybody. You're not insulting me. But look, man, you didn't even get the music, dude. Jeez. But we've got a lot of things going on, and I'm excited about it. And I hope to God that we can I'm really looking forward to fulfilling everything that I said I was going to do. So I'm working on that. We're always working on ourselves to make ourselves better. And that's about all we can do, right, my brothers and sisters? So I love you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful Sunday. I'm going to tape up these things that I need to get taped. All right. And I've got a bunch of stuff to talk about. I'll be talking about the sale. Make sure you check out that video tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Warhammer Quest for the next 3 days. So get ready. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we're going to be talking about some other dungeon crawls. And then we've got a couple more reviews that are going up that we should have done. It's going to be a busy week. Busy week. But I'm excited about it. And I hope you enjoy it. And because for me, it's a very exciting time for me. My favorite game of all time, a new life has been breathed into it through something I discovered. And I'm in a good place. I'm thankful for you guys. I love you all very, very, very much. And, those of you that stick by me, I'm very thankful for. Very, very thankful for. And we'll just keep going. All right. Until next time, it's your old pal Rob. We'll see you soon, everybody.